We now turn attention to weather conditions across the country. Currently, some parts of the nation are experiencing rainfall, offering relief to citizens. However, several northern states are set to face extreme heat wave conditions starting today and lasting until April 18th, with temperatures expected to soar between 45 degrees Celsius and 46 degrees Celsius. The IMD has indicated the temperatures will peak on April 15th and 16th. Citizens can expect warm nights accompanied by hot and humid weather in several regions. And focusing on the national capital, the IMD has issued a fresh heat wave warning predicted to persist until April 18th. In Rajasthan, a severe heat wave alert has been issued for Jodhpur, Bikaner and the Shekhawati region on April 16th. Other states, including Gujarat and Punjab, are also expected to experience heatwave conditions. Residents are advised to remain vigilant and take precautionary measures to minimize health risks associated with extreme heat. To bring us more on the situation in the capital, we're crossing over to my colleague Kritika, who joins us on the broadcast. Kritika, let us know about where you are. Also, let us know more about what the situation is in the capital as far as the weather is concerned, because we are seeing that the heat wave is going to intensify over the next few days. But again, ahead over the next few months, it's going to be a very hot summer.
Well, absolutely, Aisha. In fact, the IMD has also predicted that the total number of heatwave days will also be more in the months of not just April, but also for May and June. Currently, remember, the national capital, Delhi NCR for that matter, as well as larger parts of Uttar Pradesh, Bihar as well, had witnessed a spell of rainfall over the last 3 days, along with thunderstorm as well. Now, that had resulted in fact, the temperatures cooling down a bit, both daytime as well as the nighttime temperatures. But this was all an effect of the western disturbance, which has now since weakened. And the IMD is sounding an alert again for multiple places. As you were rightly saying, districts in Rajasthan will be experiencing a severe heat wave situation. Remember, Barmer district in Rajasthan had earlier recorded temperatures close to 46 degrees Celsius. For Delhi as well, what we're hearing is today the maximum temperature is expected to range between 38 to 40 degrees Celsius, and this is only going to rise by another 2 to 3 degrees in the for the rest of the week. So we can expect temperatures to once again reach around 42 degrees Celsius. Remember, last week is when we had in fact recorded temperatures up to 41.6 degrees for Delhi itself, and even nighttime temperatures in certain weather stations in Delhi like Pitampura had reached around 30 degrees. So definitely the IMD's advisory as far as that is concerned for people to minimize sun exposure is something that Delhiites should start paying heed to from today itself, because the daytime temperatures look like they're again going to be climbing up. Heat wave warnings are also going to be applicable for the state of Gujarat. We're seeing how in Rajkot as well yesterday the temperature was recorded around 42 degrees Celsius, and this is only going to increase as far as the rest of the week is also concerned. Over to you.
And Kritika, for the residents of Delhi, and also if we talk about Rajasthan itself as well, which is also on a heat wave alert, what are some of the key measures that they can take so that they're not impacted by the severe heat wave?
Yes, Aisha. So as far as the national capital is concerned, well, there is a yellow alert for the heat wave currently. Yellow alert, what that signifies is that there is moderate health risk for only vulnerable populations. So that would mean infants, elderlies, as well as people who have pre-existing chronic diseases as well. So these people need to be even more careful when the temperatures get as high as 40 to 42 degrees Celsius. For others, it is still tolerable, but even the Delhi government last week had advised people to limit sun exposure from 12 p.m. in the afternoon till 3 p.m. because that is when the temperature is at its peak. The sun is also at its peak. What people also need to be very careful of is to rehydrate themselves constantly to make sure that electrolytes is also ORS, oral rehydration supplements are also taken during this weather, because we lose a lot of electrolytes through sweating, and this can then cause a lot of fatigue as well as dehydration. conditions. So these basic advisories have been given by the IMD, as well as for people who have to step out on the road during the heat. It is always advised to keep their heads covered so that direct sun exposure wouldn't give people strong headaches or a sense of heat stroke as well. So these are the major precautions that the IMD has detailed. But as and when, remember Aisha, last year as well,
Okay.
RML Hospital in Delhi had to open up, in fact, a Heatwave center which had ice baths and all of that. So we'll be seeing that also crop up in the next month itself. Over to you.
All right, Kritika, thank you so much for joining us and getting us all of those crucial details. We'll continue to track the developments as far as the IMD's predictions are concerned, but shifting focus now.